listening to her purr like a mountain lion. Fuck, dude, that's a fast 40 you got. What's up, people of the internet? I am a man from, not the internet, I'm a man from the earth, believe it or not. You know, just kicking it back, just driving, loving it, doing business, handling it. Shout outs to Aiden for buying me an iced coffee. Thank you, dude. Yeah, so tooth is not fully healed yet. We're still getting there. My cereal cravings are out of control. The second I'm able to drink, eat cereal, I'll be eating that shit. Yeah. So, I don't really have any new updates on what I've been playing or anything like that. Other than I've been loving Elder Scrolls, I've been loving Fire Emblem, all that blah blah. But no, I guess it's more of like a work rant video. I've been ranting about work pretty heavily lately, but so in the corporate place that I work, I see write-ups getting thrown around at the most sporadic pace like you can imagine, and so they, yeah, like I said, they get thrown around at a very random pace, and I have never been written up. I've never had that issue of like I've never done anything significantly like that could have like deemed me for one. But so I come into work last night. My assistant's like, hey, I want to talk to you about something. They have something to pass along to you. So I was like, okay. She's like, follow me. I gotta show you it. So we go back, and she shows me this this cart. This like one of our stocking carts. It has a bunch of product on there that I recognize from a few nights ago. And she said, basically, can you explain this? I was like, yeah, those are the damages that I was gonna clean up tonight when they came in. And she says, oh, well, they're pissed off about this. They're actually gonna write you up for this. So I said, why are they gonna write me up for something that I've been doing for the past 2 years? She says, I don't know, that's just what they told me to tell you. So right there is like some bullshit. Also, there's a guy walking right now with a walking stick and a poncho, and then he's got, it looks like a dress shirt on underneath it, like a very official businessman. So I'm being told all this shit, whatever, blah blah blah. I was like, okay, whatever. I'll talk to the managers in the morning. They'll probably say something. So I go out of my way to, like I said, clean all of the damaged product up. Essentially, what happens is the people that build these pallets that get shipped to our store, they don't really like do their job professionally. They just kind of throw it together. They don't care if anything gets broken, because you know that's going to slow them down if they have to take that product and put it off to the side and then request a new product to be brought back into its place. So what they do is, like, let's say our most common thing that breaks is pasta sauce. Always pasta sauce. They put it on the very bottom of the pallet, and it's always broken. There's always, every night, I'd say there's probably like a 80% chance that there's going to be at least one case that's broken. And then if there's one case, that percentage goes up to like 90 to 95%. Just because usually, if something breaks, it's usually me a couple things. But yeah, so this is nothing new. I've been breaking down trucks since 2013. I'd say like fall 2013 is when I first started breaking trucks down. And I've dealt with this for so many years of, oh, got a pasta sauce, better go. I put the case next to the drain pipe in the cleaning closet. That's where I've always put them. And so it's like, that's nothing new to me. I put it in there, I come back and I clean it up. So to be told that I'm being written up for something that's so stupid and so easily like unavoidable, it's just kind of like bullshit. But anyways, fast forward a few hours or whatever. The morning comes around, and the assistant store manager comes in, and they page me back there. And at this point, I've already seen them walking around the store for a while. They're not like doing anything, but they call me back, and they're like, "Hey, I'm here to actually work pretty early." They called me to work early, but I figured I might as well get this out of the way. You know, here's this. She had pictures up on her computer screen, and she's like, so I'm supposed to show you these pictures and see what you think of these. And so the first picture I see is the pasta sauce. I'm like, oh yeah, I know those. They broke the other night. And she's like, oh, well, why didn't you take care of it? I said, I can't go out of my way to clean up every single thing that's broken. I usually put them to the side and then I come back and clean them when I have time. Oh, well, I guess that makes sense, but, well, you're pissing off a lot of people by doing that. And I'm like, well, you know, like, basically that sucks. Like, now I'm gonna have to be put behind because I have to clean up somebody else's mess. And then her logic to that was, well, by you not cleaning it up then somebody else is gonna clean it up. And I said, nobody ever cleans that up. I clean it up. I can clean up my own mess. And she basically said, all right, well, whatever. Basically, here's your write-up. I need your signature. And I was like, all right, let's get over it. So I signed that or whatever. She's like, do you got any comments? I said, no. And then she tried to, like, say, like, oh, this is not a big deal. It's just a verbal warning. And to me, a verbal warning would be, like, you know, basically saying, like, hey, don't do that again. I've had a couple of those in the past. Nothing ever on paper. So, for something so little like that to be on paper, when I've done bigger things that are of concern, it's so weird. Like, it makes you... I don't understand how, like, a corporate selective management works. Because it doesn't come into play until usually somebody's being poked in the wrong place. Now, what I'm thinking is somebody walked into that closet who doesn't normally walk into that closet, and they saw something that they don't normally see. The thing that I've learned about the store is, so I've been there for almost 4 years. It'll be 4 years in July. I've been in every single room in that building. I've been in every single desk that's in that building. I've been in every single square space, every square foot of that building. I know that store, like, back and forth. I know everything in that store. So, when I see these people who've been in the store for over 10 years and they don't know things like that, it's so weird. I never understood that. But that's just what I've learned. These corporate managers are so burnt out on the whole, I guess, daily grind that they don't even... I don't know. I guess they've given up on going into those areas. Like, I've left pallets sitting in just the basic receiving room where we get all of our pallets. My dad's watching me make this video, which is kind of weird. I've seen pallets left completely untouched for weeks with things that they've been looking for and they've been ordering and stuff like that. So, it's really weird because, again, it plays into the whole, we gotta blame Night Crew for this. And then, it's just weird, like, they're trying to cover their ass when it's convenient, but when it's any other problem, they don't care about it. I don't know, you can't question the non-logic. It's just, I guess it's pointless. I'm just kind of, like, de-stressing, but I don't know, it still sucks to see this kind of stuff, because there's just a part of me that's always like, well, I kind of want to change that kind of, like, workplace, you know? I think I've definitely brought up more to the table than my previous managers, because of the way I approach it, of kind of, I don't want to say we're all friends, but we all have, like, a buddy system, like, we, you know, we don't really push each other's buttons too much. I don't really order anybody around. They don't expect me to really order them around. If I ask them for something, they usually do it. And, you know, I basically help them out if they ever need help. Which is, to me, one of the ideal systems. Whereas the manager before me was very similar to the way I did. He literally didn't give a shit, though, at all. So, like, the cashier wanted to go on break, for example, like, what I would do is I'd make sure somebody's in that area to watch it. He would say, just go on your break and not worry about it at all. You know, if the self-checkout machine needs help, then he'll, like, yell over to somebody to go check it, but, like, he doesn't, like, place anybody in the air to watch it. So, like, that right there, that was always a red flag for me as the assistant manager. I was always like, well, that's kind of stupid. But, the manager before that was completely by the books. He was a very, like, pristine, he wanted everything to be official. If somebody wasn't pulling their weight, he would basically, he wouldn't ride your ass, he would kind of ridicule you a little bit. He'd come over and be like, he's like, oh, I see you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong, okay, you're doing this wrong too. He would, like, point out all of your flaws in, like, a very negative, non-helping way. He would basically tell you your problem, but he wouldn't, like, tell you how to fix it or anything like that. which really sucked because that was my manager when I first started, and it was a pain in the ass to come into every night. It was so bad that one of the guys, whenever he got put onto that, he was basically like the assistant manager's friend. If he was ever put onto a night where it was just the night crew manager and him, he would literally leave halfway through a shift and say, "Oh, I'm not feeling good. I'm sick. I need to go home." And like, that's how much everyone hated this guy. That they would leave work early just because they couldn't stand working with him. And that was the guy that made me question working there. I almost actually quit like 3 months into the job, just because I couldn't handle that fucking guy. But now he's a little bitch over in the bakery, so I've got to deal with that guy. I mean, I still have to deal with his retarded little jokes. Like, he'll come by, like, let's say I'm working catch-up or something. He'll be like, he's like, you gotta catch up. You're falling behind. Like, he makes really dumb jokes like that. And it's just kind of like, okay, dude, fuck yourself. It's a dumb place. I don't like working there. I don't mind the work. I just don't mind, or I don't mind working there. I just mind the managers there. They basically all are, I don't know, dinks, I guess is the best way to say. They're not bad people, but I don't know how to say it. I guess they're too concerned with the way they look and the way other people look at their coworkers. Like, if I ever say anything about like the grocery manager or the assistant grocery manager to the manager that's above all of us, they'll basically say, like, well, if you're gonna include them, why don't you include yourself? Like, if I ever say, like, these guys need to, like, pull their slack a little more, like, they're not leaving the back room ready for us, they'll say, does that include you guys? Like, they're very sarcastic if we ever, like, attack their people. But if there's ever one problem, like, let's say, like, for example, me last night when I didn't clean those things up, the manager jumped straight on, well, your night crew's bringing you down, you're gonna start looking bad. And it's like, I made myself look bad. Don't include the night crew because I didn't do one thing. And she's like, well, why didn't you put one of your other night crew people on it then, because you couldn't do it? It's like, why would I go out of my way to... That's still shooting myself in the foot. Like, there's no point in that. Put your slowest person on it. That's dumb advice, you know? Why would I put my slowest person on something when they're doing the same job that I'm doing, you know? It's just like, it's in the moment, it's a momentarily, like, just like a management decision, like, who can I fuck with today? Because I got fucked with earlier. And it's stupid to see. It's really stupid to see. One thing I can only say to people that are, like, new to corporate, like, retail or corporate, I don't know, I guess anything that has to deal with corporations, don't, like, your work ethic is good, like, definitely take your job serious, but don't try to bring it home with you, because if you bring it home with you, it's only gonna piss you off, and it's not worth it. But I gotta take a shit, and that's basically what work is. It's a shit. Okay, goodbye.